Hello everyone, this is DD1 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at another unreleased prototype life-size animatronic by Gemmy Industries. And this is one that we've actually known about for a long time on the internet, because this guy was originally posted on places like Halloween Forum back in the day in 2010, and he was on the Morris Costumes website, and he was actually listed on a few independently owned like private Halloween shop websites that would order from wholesalers. And so he was actually going to be produced, it was looking like. A lot of things don't tend to make it that far, but he actually made it, you know, beyond the development stage, beyond the catalog stage, onto websites saying coming soon. And for various reasons, whatever they may be, he unfortunately was not released. So last second that happened, and gradually he started being pulled off of the websites. One of them actually lasted till like 2015. I remember I saw him on there, as well as the creepy sister, which is another unreleased character. But basically, what this guy is, he's kind of like the Unearthly Ghost Riser from Target in 2010. He has the same audio, but instead of rising up and down, he sways side to side, and he actually has the dancing mech in there, and it's really cool because, as simple as it is, he has a lot of uniqueness to him. I do like that there's the long bits of cloth that drape onto the ground. Um, the stock photo one that we saw all those years is actually earlier and has a thicker quality cloth as well as more of it. The arms are also a lot longer on that one. This one I could technically pose his arms out to the side, and then it would have a probably better looking appearance. But just from where I've had him displayed and whatnot, that would take up too much room. So I have his arms like this. Um, and I actually got this guy in, I think, like early 2021. And I was really surprised to find him. And yeah, now I'll start getting into some of the physical details here. So in production, there's the executioner head on the Unearthly Ghost Riser, which was then used for Ghostface. Um, but there were, on the Unearthly Ghost Riser, there were eyes, but there were no decals. However, this guy actually has eye decals. And you can see it's the black head from the executioner just painted white. So if I undo all of this, then you'll see his eyes, which I'm not going to lie are very creepy, especially when you see the decals shining ever so slightly through the fabric because they light up red. And so hold on a second, I'm going to put all that fabric back properly. All right, so I've tucked that fabric back in there. So you can see there, that's the motion sensor. Then he just has two posable arms. And what's really interesting as well is this is one of the earlier examples of an attempt at a single pole life size. So as you can see, the two normal connectors are cut off for the poles, and there's one that is kind of pasted in with resin and stuff in the middle. So there's actually a little section of resin underneath there. And you can see his label right there. It is the same item number as the one on Morris Costumes, and it says 2010. And the description is written in Chinese, although I think actually those first two letters there are a K and a D. Um, this is one of the ones where there is no adapter port on the base. There's actually nothing electronic in there. That is all in the back. So I lift this up here, then you'll see that. In a rare little inside look at one of these, there's the circuit board, and then there is the EEPROM up there. And you can see there's a lot of stuff that's unique on this one because first of all, you have the 6-foot head mech port, but it's on the dancing mech. You also have the dancing mech with this attached to it, and that is also mounted on the poles. There's a lot of firsts with this actually because you have a mechanism that was basically exclusively for 5-foot character items, and this is a 6-foot character with it. So that's pretty neat. He actually came with a 9-volt plugged into him, which does seem to work fine, but it says he takes a 6, and I have him on a 6. So he will move just a little faster. It says 6 volt on there, but since it's a dancing mech, I always associate those mechanisms with 9 volts. So he could be used on a 9, but I am just being safe and using him on a 6. And yeah, he's a really neat one. I would have bought this if it was produced. It would have been in various, I guess, privately owned places, wherever Morris Costumes would sell to. And I'm sure at some point, maybe a big box store would have picked him up. Maybe Spirit Halloween would get some of that Morris Costumes inventory like they've done in the past. But I guess we will never know. And his fabric is very, the holes are really small. On the other Ghost in the collection video, the holes are a bit larger and there are 2 poles, and that one was for 2011. So clearly the single pole thing did not last. But that's about it for this guy, so without further ado, I will plug him in. There's just always so many little things to adjust on this outfit here. I'll plug him in, we'll demo him for you. So yeah, it's a pretty neat little prop. I shouldn't say little, it's 6 feet tall. Maybe actually it's a little taller than 6 feet, maybe like 6'1", maybe even 6'2". So got some good height to this guy. It's really cool looking, seeing how that all sways on the bottom. And he ideally, I think, would have his arms posed out. This is how the stock photo one is, but in a factory photo with one that's built more like this, the arms are out to the side. So I might actually pose those out to the side here, because you can see it's a very cool effect with the swaying. But I'll go ahead and demo him in a little dimmer lighting. You could see the eyes going through there. And there's also these blue LEDs that are in the torso that light up the rest of him, which is really cool. The eye decals in there really make it a lot creepier. So here he is all posed out, so you can see he is definitely a larger item that way. Originally, his arms were a bit longer and he was really massive looking, but it's still pretty big. And this is how most people would display him. Like I said, there were reasons why I had him the way it was, but you can also have him this way. So let's take a look at him in this position. So yeah, this arm could probably get posed up a little more. It's just very kind of wonky posing him and whatnot. But you can see he has a cool flowing effect going on. But yeah, there he is. He's a really cool one. I'm so glad I found him. He's one of the ones I always kind of wanted because we always saw him on the internet for like a decade. And it's like, I really would like to find this guy at some point because I've been seeing him for so long. It's not like something like this or something where it just kind of shows up one day. We had seen him all of that time, and I'm glad that he was finally located. And this is not the stock photo one, and the stock photo one is earlier than this, so there are definitely more of these out there, probably a decent amount actually, given how simple he is. A lot of people probably requested a sample of him. But yeah, that's about it for this guy. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below what you think, and I'll just activate him one more time here to close out the video.